Are you excited about the upcoming new moon in Cancer? Hands up if so. I am, personally, because it's at 18 degrees of a cardinal sign, and guess where my sun is? So I am personally affected very strongly by this new moon, and I can tell you my story later on. So why is this an event to be excited about? First of all, if you've been following me or any other astrologer, you will know that lunations, and this is one of them, so a new moon, is a time in which we can rewrite our story. So it's an opportunity that is given to us to create something new. So it's a time in which we listen in to what our intuition is telling us, or the germ of an idea, not even less than a germ of an idea, but there's something that's there, maybe a need or a want that starts surfacing, and you start recognizing it. And then when you do recognize it over a course of a few days, then you can start actually taking action to bring it to life, bring it into existence. So this is the beauty of a new moon. There's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of possibility, and there's a lot of innocence in a way, because everything is possible when you dream. Dreaming makes everything possible. It's the beginning of any vision. Now, this month is going to be, as we said, in the sign of Cancer. And this is a sign associated with emotional comfort and familiar connections. So it's about, it's a sign that more than any other will actually connect with your emotional well-being, like perhaps no other sign, maybe Pisces and Scorpio to some degree. But Cancer is very intuitive and just knows how you're feeling, and also knows how to take care of you. It really is a nurturing sign, and it loves to make sure that everything is just right for you, for the people that they love, and to, it's very focused on creating a really good and loving environment at home, whatever home means for you. It could literally be where you live, so your housing arrangements. It could be your family. It could be your ancestry. It could be your national origin. All of that. And but it is also a sign that is a cardinal sign, so there's a lot of energy. It's not one that sits and does nothing. It's very dynamic when it gets going, and it's like white water rafting. That's the kind of water that Cancer is. Imagine these canoes, just these rafts, then going down this crazy water, and then sometimes there's jumps, and sometimes there's falls, waterfalls, and all sorts of things, and whirlwinds. This is Cancer. This is the symbol of Cancer. This is what it's like at an emotional level. And so it's a very nurturing sign, but it's also the best protector you could ever ask for. So if one of his or her tribe is in danger, oh my goodness, run away. They will stand up so fiercely. They can be terrifying when they do that. When they stand up to defend maybe their little ones, or the people they love, their home turf as well, so it could be patriotic as well. And so it's a great defender, great protector, probably not one for modernity in general, more for the traditional status quo, the traditional comforts of life. Having said that, this new moon is a little bit different because the closest aspect it makes is to Uranus. Now, Uranus is as different from what we've just said as could possibly be. So Uranus is the opposite. Uranus is a little bit, it comes with a negativity, some negative thoughts and emotions. This is the trigger. When you look at what you've got, you look at where you are at, and you think, oh, I'm fed up with this. I don't want this anymore. There is a better way, and it is my way. It is my vision. So it's about personal individuation, being allowed to be who we want to be. It's about personal freedom, personal determination, a personal path in front of us. And it doesn't mind rocking the boat or breaking, a nice clean break with whatever is at stake. That's Uranus. In fact, we always say, do not throw the baby with the bathwater, because that's what Uranus will get you to do. So much intolerance for the status quo, they will just bolt and go. Now, so we have, on one hand, a relatively comfortable, traditional new moon in Cancer, but triggered by this need for radical change, a need for freedom, a need for independence, a need for being or different or having something different. So you can see that this can be a very creative time for us. So this is a fantastic time for coming up with very, very radical ideas for the future. And at the same time, not only is Uranus involved in this relation, but we also have Neptune a little bit less directly, but in a very, very supportive aspect, which allows us to dream big and to perhaps connect with more, with what's more intangible in our lives and related to this new moon. And then we've got Pluto as well, which is actually opposite this new moon. And again, Pluto is the symbol of digging deep. So anything deep, any deep need that you've been trying to ignore, it will come up. And if you work with these energies, so you've got the radical change, you've got the deep awareness, the bringing up to the surface what is deeply within you. And then you've got this ability to connect with the intangible. You can see how big things can really happen this month. So what is it going to be for you? And do you have anything at 18 degrees, especially of the cardinal signs? So Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. Any other placement will benefit because there are so many players involved this month. But let me know. So do you have anything in Libra or Aries or Cancer or Capricorn near this degree? So were you born around the 10th, 12th of the month? Most likely you're affected. Now, my story. So my natal sun is actually at the end of 18 degrees, so 18 to 19 degrees of Libra. And the sun represents your path in life, amongst other things. And lo and behold, in the last few days, I've had to make big decisions about my next few steps. And so I had decided to leave my current, what I'm currently doing. And in fact, most of you will have seen that I've decided to put my readings on hold indefinitely. I don't know if I will reopen them at some point. I'm trying to work out what I'm doing with this. I have some good ideas, obviously, and I just need to make it happen in my own time. But so I had this opportunity that came to me out of nowhere, and I decided to pursue it. But when I was working on contracts, I decided that it wasn't for me, simply because the requirements for this contract I wasn't comfortable with at all. So I took a bold move. I had a really, supported by the Mars, Saturn, Uranus aspects, challenging aspects in the sky, I broke with it. It was dramatic. It was big. It was uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. And And now I find myself in a better situation because I got some of the things that I was getting with the new opportunity with my existing situation, but enhanced, so much, much improved. And I've got some really exciting things like coming up towards the end of the year as well. So I had to take a bold action. It was uncomfortable, as I said, but now I've got this new beginning, and it is a new beginning in my career because that's where this new moon is for me, in the 10th house of career. So a lot of rambling, just to tell you my story a little bit. And I've hinted at the house of this new moon for me. That is what really matters for you in your personal horoscope. You know, we can talk about Cancer, the symbol and so on, but it's all like, you know, it's all like blah, 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 really. What really matters is which house in your horoscope is it? Are you Cancer ascendant? That's the first house, super important. This means it is a really new beginning. It could be just something like physically, you know, it could be like new look, new haircut, new hairstyle, new clothing, or it could be a new health regimen that you put in place, for example, or some big decisions for your life, you know, which direction to take your life. Do you have Capricorn ascendant? Then for you, it will be about relationships. So it could be an existing relationship, it could be a new relationship, something changes, something new comes in the world of relationships for you. And you know, it's a new beginning, so expect some radical, maybe some wobbles to begin with, but some radical changes that take you forward. Are you perhaps Libra rising? Then for you, it will be in your career, your visibility in the world, your mission. So you will be incredibly visible, and you will take decisions that will affect your visibility in the world. Usually this means career, but it could be something else. The 10th house is also associated with social media, for example, your social media persona. Anything to do with your public persona is supported by this new moon, and there's a new beginning awaiting you in that sphere. Or if you are Aries ascendant, this new moon will happen in your home sector. So this will be to do maybe with your family or with where you live. So there could be a change in your living arrangements. It could be a change in who you live with, or it could be, you know, it could be your family. There's some news in the family, something that changes things. So it all depends. And then, you know, for the other signs, you can work it out, and you can have a look at my website as well, because I have got quite a lot of information. If you go to sparkastrology.com, new moon, all is one word at the end. New moon, all is one word. So I hope this helps you. I hope this gets you excited. So get the drawing board out, start dreaming big, and start making this new life take shape, at least in your imagination to begin with. And then if all goes well, and if it is achievable, it will take, and it will give you a sparkling new beginning. So all the best. Let me know which house, where it falls in your chart, in your horoscope. And much love.